I will now hand you over to our commentator, Kieran Collin.
Held by Colin McCarthy, and he's being chased out and safely into touch. Okay. Ball well held there by the Clements, number 2. Driven back in there for Christian's touch. Clements winning the ball well and been kicked by their scrum half, but over the dead ball line. 22 dropout being taken by Colin McCarthy, the full back. A high kick. Clements player being tackled by Ray O'Connell. A big push there from the Clements pack and being fed back to the number 8. A safe kick to touch there by their first centre. Christians here playing against the wind in the first half and under a bit of pressure. Danger here for Christians as Clements scrum on the line. Clements going forward with the ball. Being tackled there by Ray O'Keefe, the Clements out half, and the Christians pack in very fast. Penalty for over the top, and it appears as if Clements are going to run the ball, but no. They change their mind and go for the kick. Christians is yet unbeaten in the Bowen Shield. Full results except for a draw against Rockwell. Clements have more or less the same kind of record with a draw against Munchins, but have yet to play Prez. Christians now, 6. Christians now under pressure after this try. They're in a little bit of trouble now. They're going to have to come back, hold the score down here against the wind. David Horgan in there very quickly. And a Clements scrum. Did he get the conversion? Did he get the conversion? Did he get the conversion? Ball there safely into touch and back into the Christians' 10-yard line. Christians line out here being taken by Edward Crosby. Ball there blocked down by Barry O'Driscoll. And back into touch. Back in the Christian side, Shane Holland caught there under pressure. They're being driven back. He loses the ball, but Edward Crosby and the Christian pack here driving forward, but they lose the ball. Across the Clements line, high ball back to Colin McCarthy. And he knocks it back. Christian's here in trouble. It's... Jeez. Trouble moments again here for Christians on their own line. Ball fed into the scrum. Big drive. Breaking there by the number 8. The scrum's to Clements. What was that?
I just thought this was like
Ball knock forward, going over the line, and a 22 drop out to Christians. Ball caught by Ray O'Connell. He feeds it back. Breaking here by Shane O'Holland. Offside, and a penalty to Christians. Colin McCarthy placing the ball. Oh yeah, has to place it, does he? Safely into touch. Clements here with a somewhat larger and heavier pack than Christians, and to some effect dominating the scrums and lineouts. Clements winning that lineout. The ball coming back in the Christian side. It appeared. Christians driving back, but Clements get the scrum. The scrum half there by caught by Tony Lawler, and kicked through there by Mick O'Shea.
Come on, Christian!
A little fortunate there, but they're... Yeah.
Come on, Christian! We'll kick the feet in the house!
Yeah, I got out the Sunday.
pointing up there.
What?
Pointed and out there.
Prefer to be out there, alright.
There we go, here we go, here we go.
Been beaten then.
What? I know. 4-0 now.
That was 3-0.
What?
3-0.
Was that a penalty or it was a penalty?
I know, I missed it when he got out. Look, he got out, boy. Remember, he's missing the top.
Did he get it?
They got
Did
it.
he get the penalty?
They got their 3-0 up.
3-0. Jeez, I thought it was what the fuck is going on? Score now 3-0 down, but an injury here to the full back, or to the second centre. To the second centre, Russell Foley. Yeah.
roped in for this, I don't know how. Get roped into doing this. What are you doing? She's commentary.
Kick it behind us. How'd you get out? I thought my car wasn't going to let you out, did I?
I seen the chief handler were loud out and then he left the whole school out.
After a brief interlude, the match restarts and Christians are back into action. Clements get the scrum. Ball here being covered by Conor McCarthy. He runs at the ball. Being caught and the ball being knocked out of his hands, but somehow getting away with it. Ken Walsh down. And penalty to Christians for playing the ball on the ground. What?
I didn't commentary.
You've got it.
Speak.
Not too bad, Dave. Not too bad.
It
wasn't your old man, yeah.
Did you say this just came out?
How's it going now?
Christians here again. It's only been on for 20 minutes. I already did. Do you want to do it? Anybody want to do it? Pen has been taken high and over the bar. 6-0 now to Clements, and Christians in serious trouble, I think. Huh?
Make a prediction.
Kick-off being taken by Conor McCarthy.
We wouldn't do this. Scrum to Christians. Hey, we took a scrum against the head.
Christians are taking the scrum against the head and getting the penalty. Christians deciding to run the ball and being kicked safely into touch by Russell Foley. Quite a large Christian support here up from the match after getting the class off. The ball being taken cleanly there by Mick O'Shea and being fed back. Shane Holland, Ray O'Keefe, Russell Foley, and Russell there on the break. Ray O'Keefe caught with the ball, feeding it back to his forwards. Christian's being driven back. But David Horgan taking the ball.
Off Sony microphones.
Come on, Shane.
I'm speaking into a mic. No, it's a tongue.
Children piss off.
Here's your change.
150 was it? Do you want to do this?
What?
Will you do this? Not you.
What is this supposed
You do this.
Huh?
You want to do this?
No.
Lying out here now, I'm being taken by Clements.
And we have our expert view here from some child.
Him is it? It's not raining today.
Oh yeah, describe the conditions.
Windy conditions.
Oh, wait.
It's windy conditions.
The principal being absent for this match, his place being taken here by several distinguished trainers such as Brother McGrath and Greg O'Hearn.
Are you speaking into it now? Get into it.
Christians now back in their own half, and Gabriel Crosby coming up to take the line out. Very strong wind here,
Jump, Christian, jump.
which Christians elected to play against in the first half after winning the toss.
Come on, Christian. Drive him off the ball. Crap. Rubbish altogether, mate.
Another penalty here to Clements, and Christians could go on 9-0 here. A distant foot.
God, when I grow up, I want to be as mad as that mad.
How's Mark? How's it going? I met a friend of yours. What's his name? Jer.
You got his haircut?
Jer. They own the cafe in Ardmore.
Jer Healy.
Jer Healy.
Yeah, I know. How did you know him?
He was inside in hospital.
Was he? What goes wrong with him?
Is he just dead across the way from there?
Yeah.
I thought it was Wiley Murphy.
The ball taken over and going over, and Christians now 9-0. Christians now becoming into a little bit of trouble here. They want to stem this with about 5 minutes left in the first half. The Christian support crowd here getting a little bit boisterous. Come on, Barry, get mad, will ya? What was that from the words here from David?
Come on, Colin.
Ball back there being covered by Colin McCarthy, but a bad bounce, and Cesar, he puts the ball safely into touch. Just.
Come on, Christian.
The Christians pack here being a little bit lighter and smaller than the opposing pack. Clements again winning this line out. David Horgan offside as usual.
Come on, Christian. Come on, Tony.
Yeah, sure, he lost the he nearly lost the fucking cup for us.
How did you feel? Language! You get lost. Hey, you're not fucking kick your odds up your road. The books are dirty. That youngster's trying to sell books for 75 pence.
Oh yeah, and he buys it and he sells it after second.
Barry O'Driscoll being lifted up into the air.
Great push! Come on, lad! Nice shit, right?
Christians pack, the ball being won by David Horgan on the break. Out safely to Roy McKnight. Back into Tony Lawler. Edward Crosby on the pickup. Back again to David Horgan. And the ball into touch for... Oh no, the ball into touch. Christian scrum. Or Christian's line out. What do you want to do it? Yeah. CJ, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Commentator. Injury here too. Shane Holland seems he's something wrong with his shoulder, and the man in black appearing on the pitch, Matty Foley.
And the man referee the 1930s shorts on him.
Come on, come on!
Referee here making a few contact. And Shane Holland going off. And presumably Russell Foley going in scrum half.
Yes.
Sad blow there for Christians, the losing of their newly acquired scrum half. Neck tackle there on Tony Lawler, and he appears to be hurt.
Up, Jim Fahey! Send them off!
The referee seeming to be getting a little upset. Penalty to Christians for that high tackle. And Colin McCarthy going to take the kick for touch. It's camera. Shane Holland just went off. He's over the other side. A big kick there. Do you want to do this? Will you do it?
No.
Ball safely being put into touch there by Colin McCarthy.
No, it's come back.
No, right. Second bike. Find the senior captain.
Where is he? We haven't got.
I don't know. Is he up?
We haven't got a senior captain.
Smith. Come on, now pick the ball going right across the pitch. Been safely picked up there by Dermot Ryan. But a penalty to Christians. Or a penalty to Clements, sorry. Do without that. I can't do it.
He doesn't know anything.
That's true, he doesn't know we're on the team either.
Gary will do it. Gary's not.
Come on, what's Kevin? Huh? Look.
Kevin.
Oh, they brought me up for my
Yeah.
red card.
What are you meant to be doing?
Big push here, the ball taken there by Christian's pack. Safely back to Ray O'Keefe and into touch.
Jimmy Barry's
He's there.
You get last little runt. Go on, say
David Coleman over there on the sideline watching the match very closely.
Shouting obscenities.
Interview. Interviews.
What's the microphone?
I don't know. Ball there being kicked by the Christians number 4. But penalty to Christians for got everyone's phone.
It was really.
Come on, lads!
A big push here from the Christians pack. And a Christian scrum. Word from number 14. As we enter the dying minutes of the first half, Christians are still 9-0 down, and if they can hold them at this for the rest of this half with the wind against them, or with the wind with them in the next half, they should hopefully pull back. Any words from CJ? Any words?
I don't know how you feel. Keep that umbrella there, you can get it for the rain.
Scrum here to Clements. The heavy Ballincollig bomber there inside, Barry O'Driscoll. A little bit of trouble there. High Gary Owen, being fielded by David Horgan, but he makes a bit of a mess of it. Safely back by Dermot Ryan into David Horgan's hands again. And as he drives forward all on his own, the Christian's pack eventually arriving, and a Christian scrum.
Don't watch the wire. What's the white shoes? The white shoes. The wire. Yeah. No, I'll watch the wire. And Johnny Six has been trampled by a prop forward.
Penalty again here. Christians giving away far too many penalties.
Straight in front of their post.
Straight in front of their own posts. This could put them 12-0 behind as they.
The rain beats down on the pitch.
The race beginning to rain here again in Lansdowne, and the weather becoming a little.
We're all getting wet.
There's McEvely howling.
Not a member of sister.
The Clements kicker wide that time, but he has been on form today with 3 successive penalties out of 4.
3 successive.
Successful penalties out of 4.
You get rid of
Christians missing their second row forward, Kieran Collin, today. Withdrawn last week after a serious operation.
Which means they should do all the better.
Michael O'Shea.
Michael O'Shea taking over his position in second row. Michael, who has been dogged by injuries for the past year or two, making a successful return here.
Yeah. Ever since he's on the under 12 team, I thought that was
Colin McCarthy placing the ball. A little bit of gamesmanship, I think, involved here. And good kick, but little hooked. And the referee blows for half time.
It's ended part 1.
Jesus Christ, it's cold. Are you able to do this?
I'll hold the umbrella.
I'll hold the umbrella for you, yeah.
No, it's alright. I can hold the umbrella.
I'll hold the mic so. Hello, Mike.
Ger Harrington. How did he? What was he in for?
He left
I think he got kicked by the
In the meantime, now the teams will have a bit of a recess and a couple of
Just didn't Karen want Bach to do it.
Did you?
Is she around? Bach, what would you do? Are you sure?
Versus here we are at Park the Lansdowne.
Yeah.
Bring on the dog!
Here at the start of the second half, Christians now playing with the wind, hopefully making up that deficit of 9 points.
This ground is fading.
The pitch here in rather soggy condition after a night's heavy rain, and it's beginning to rain. It's been raining here a bit during the match.
Can I get a word in there, Mike?
Many notable CBC rugby trainers and players around the pitch. The ball there being kicked straight into touch by the Clements out half. And
Come on! That's horrible play!
statistics.
Come on, Christian! Let's go!
Some of the more roadie elements of the school around.
Second years.
Get out, this is our umbrella.
Russell Foley on the break, passing out to Crotty. Brendan Crotty on the break. Going down. Into Dermot Ryan. Russell Foley back with the ball. And the referee blowing the whistle. And a Christian scrum. Christians there, taking the scrum. Ball being passed out to Ray O'Keefe. It's been caught. Being supported by his flanker David Horgan. David Horgan again on the burst. Passing back in. Christians going over. Christian scrum right in front of their own post.
Do you want to do it? Yeah.
Michael got his appendix out last week. Couldn't play. Is it on now?
Two men were killed last night on the roads.
You get lost in the road.
Clements. What's wrong with Ken Walsh, isn't it?
It's that thing I know. It's that thing I know.
Christians are winning the ball. Russell Foley breaking, being caught.
Come on, Russell Foley!
It's the pack arriving fast.
Come down a bit.
And a Christian scrum.
Keep the legs on.
Isn't that great?
Clements fella injured. Clements man injured.
What a kick!
Clements fella's down injured, Clements.
Another Clements player on the ground lying injured.
Bring on the dustbin!
Christians are in a good position now. Coming back. Maybe Russell Foley holding on to the ball a trifle long.
Christians suffering a little, I think, from the loss of their scrum half, Shane Holland. Arriving at a high transfer fee from Clongowes in Dublin.
There's some good support there to play there.
I think we were serious about this thing.
Trent Reynolds is not listening to that.
Is he?
He would read Bobby Wayne up.
Russell Foley feeding the ball in. Christians feeding it back nicely. Under a little pressure in the front row. Russell Foley being caught. And again another Christian scrum. Christians appearing to be in trouble in the scrums. Barry O'Driscoll and Ken O'Reilly in a little trouble in the front row. And we have the captain's brother here, Jonathan Horgan.
Peter Cashman here live in the studio.
David Horgan on the burst, feeding into his flanker Ray O'Connell. And Christians being awarded a penalty.
Run it.
It appears as if they're going to run out. Short penalty. No, but they changed their mind, and Colin McCarthy is going to attempt a kick.
To Clements!
Yeah, the one. Should watch this.
Could we have that?
Cashman. Boom.
Colin McCarthy and puts the kick safely over the bar, and now the score 9-3. Pull back to within 6 points.
Fine bloody kick that.
9-3 now the score. Colin McCarthy here at Park de Lansdowne. Score is now 9-3. Colin McCarthy with another penalty. He's been very much on form this season, converting the majority of his kicks in the Bowen Shield. The wind here picking up again, and it's beginning to rain yet again.
Favourite Christians.
Christians now with the wind behind them, and Greg Ahern standing on the sideline.
Dermot Cashman beside him. Ja, respect down.
That's supposed to be.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Couldn't go out, slide.
Here we go.
The kick being brought back as it went straight into touch. There's some sophisticated second. Russell Foley feeding the ball in, but they lose it against the head. Good kick by the Clements out half, and it's into touch. That was Christians losing the ball against the head there. Missing the strike.
Come on, you're going over, Clements, come on. Taking. Yes, I am the commentator.
Go on, get Shane Holland.
Where is he? Just down there on the side, like. Yeah, but you don't bring him up, please. Just get him up.
You
Just
talk, you
tell him to
talk.
come up and talk to him.
Bowen fed in there, crooked, and penalty to Christians. Colin McCarthy getting his mark. And a very long kick, long ways down the pitch, to just outside the zone 22.
That ball got halfway in there and got well over the head. Kick by.
Shane! What happened, yeah? Fractured, is it?
Doing for it.
Shane Holland, do we have Shane Holland here? Would you like to make some comments on the match?
No, not particularly, Huddles. If you don't mind.
But I do mind.
They're hard. Is that really on?
That is really on. Up Sony microphones.
Come on, take him down. Good.
Some words of wisdom there from the injured scrum half. Appears he's fractured his shoulder.
No, my head. My head.
He's fractured his head, it seems, and
That was when he was 2.
a sad loss to the Christians team.
No, not sad, I didn't like him. Here we go, here we go, here we go to hell.
A safe catch there, but the ref blowing the whistle. For some reason, the referee making some very funny decisions here. This referee refereed the match last year, the Christians Juniors against the Crescent Juniors. That match a draw, highly controversial match.
Commercial match.
Come on, Shaz boy, wake up! And the ball coming safely into touch. The effect of the wind being rather obvious there. Rather strong wind blowing out here in Park the Lansdowne.
Look, I hold him right. Okay.
Come on, Christian! Ball here should be going to number 2, Alan Cogan. But being overthrown, being caught by Tony Lawler, being fed back, up to by Russell Foley, Ray O'Keefe. Brendan Crotty kicks the ball forward, straight into the hands of the opposing player, and he kicks right across the pitch. In fact, he almost kicks it backwards.
Use the wind for heaven's sake.
Christians seem to be suffering somewhat from the loss of Shane Holland, their scrum half.
Use the wind, Christians!
Russell Foley have not played scrum half now since about this time last year. Having very little experience at the position. And Clements there getting the scrum, driving forward. A little bit of aggression appearing now on the pitch. Heated tempers.
We got 25 plus 3.
Ball out to Colin McCarthy. Colin lofting a high Gary Owen.
Carry on. Oh, well cut by
Being
Clements.
safely fielded, but not getting the mark. And Christian's now piling on the pressure on the Clements line. But now again being driven back. And Clements get the scrum.
Tough crack.
Young fella's annoying me.
I know, he's done me too. Christian's now on the line, feeding the ball in, and it's a bad thing. Another 5-yard scrum, this time to Christians. Christians this time getting the scrum. They'll probably be going for a pushover if they can get the necessary push. David Horgan there having a few words with his scrum half, Russell Foley. Urging his second rows on. Ball flashing out the backs. They have it, they must have it. Oh,
God damn you!
And a Christian score. Great score there by Ray O'Keefe. The ball been kicked forward and Ray O'Keefe diving over the line to score the try. Great try. This brings Christians back now. With a conversion here, if Colin McCarthy can put over the conversion, they'll be back on level terms.
We have the wind with us as well.
And the wind with Christians now. Christians are looking very strong.
So's the bloody wind and only got blown away, man.
Well, rise! Well, rise!
A great try there. It looked there for a minute like they were going to lose it. Ken Walsh failing to pass the ball. But the ball had been kicked on forwards and Ray O'Keefe diving over the line. All your opinions or something, and Sanji just looks up and says, heavy stuff.
Really?
He's a nutter by that young fella.
He's so...
His sound is a better. Colin McCarthy now lining up to take the penalty. Or to take the conversion, sorry. He looks at the post, runs, and as it curls in, just wide. Great attempt. Difficult conditions now kicking the ball in this wind. Colin having a very good game at full back, making very few mistakes. And Christians have been being awarded a penalty for some misdemeanor after the try. Penalty to Christians. I'm not sure what this is for, but it must have been something scored just before the try. And Colin going to attempt this kick now with the wind behind him. The distance will be no problem, but he's straight in front of the post. He'll be trying to kick it.
He gets penalty, sir.
Something for the try.
In the arsehole. Sorry. Damn, if you ever find out who said all those things, I'll be expelled.
Yes, David Kavanagh.
5-18.
Good kick, but dropping short. And they decided to run it. Seems a little bit of an idiotic decision. Colin McCarthy, Crosby picking up the ball. David Horgan taking the ball, and he's on the break. And David Horgan now, he's just one man to beat. He chips it through. He's on the sprint. But no, he's beaten to the ball. Great play there from David Horgan. Very exciting stuff here at Park de Lansdowne. Great play there from the captain, David Horgan, who's having a real captain's game here, urging his team forwards. And Christians now seeming to be very strong, just 2 points behind now and the wind with them. ball there, caught by Russell Foley. Not appearing to be coming back. Comes back in the Clements side and he kicks it into touch, bouncing on the line. Is it? Yeah.
Praise on there, keep it up, will you?
Is it? Some Price supporters here urging on the Clements.
Bloody wonder they would.
Clements, who stand also to win this Bowen Shield. Both Christians and Clements being the two only undefeated teams so far in the Shield. We have the senior second row here, Patrick Cuddy. Would you like to give your comments on the match?
Very interesting so far, I think. Christians stand with a chance.
Would you like to make a prediction on the final score?
I think that Christians could snatch the match here.
The questionable words here from a questionable player. His father was a surgeon and was one of the honest people players on Osby.
We have to wait for this. Clements here haven't pushed their way back up onto the Christians 10-yard line, just past them. Christian scrum, or Christian's line out, being tapped back to Ray, or tapped back to Russell Foley. Ray O'Keefe being caught. The ball not seeming to be, the back's not seeming to connect here, but the ball must be very slippy on a day like today. The pitch being very slippy as well. Jeez, it's getting wet.
Good prediction there by...
The rain here is really pelting down. Colin McCarthy with the ball, a very high kick. Being safely caught there. But he's being swamped here by Christian's player, and the ball coming back in the Christian side. But all being kicked forward, and a little bit of obstruction there, which the ref didn't see. Thank goodness. He's kicked in touch. Oh, and some very classy fitting there by the Clements winger.
That's what you would say. But
after that brief interlude of excitement, the Christians got a penalty to be taken by Colin McCarthy. Christian's trainer here, under 6 trainer here, Mr. Matty Foley, looking a little bit worried here on the sideline. But and a superb kick there, an outstanding kick right back in the thing. Oh, a kick of over some 70 yards. And a massive kick.
That's 3 rugby pitches.
An outstanding kick there from Colin McCarthy, who was really having a great game here.
Why do you always like?
I don't know. Picked it up when he was young. Jeez, I'm getting wet.
They're not.
Clements line out.
Come on, Jeremy!
Christian's here piling on the pressure after that massive kick, and the ball coming back in Christian's sides, being tidied up there by Ray O'Connell.
What can you see on that from here?
A player who is soon to retire from the rugby scene of Christians. Christians now. The scrum going to Christians, being collapsed. And Christians getting the scrum again. Christian's getting the scrum. Hey, get the ball off the pitch. The ball, Brendan Crotty flashing the ball out. Ken Walsh. Ken being tackled. PB 30. I know. Huh?
Just that, you know what is up.
Can I say something into it?
We have the under 14 player here, or sorry, junior flanker here.
Yeah, that's me.
Would you like to make any comments on the match? Any predictions?
Well, I thought Rio Key's try was brilliant, and I foresee Colin McCarthy getting an excellent penalty. And,
Again, more questionable words from another questionable player. The ball being blocked down by Edward Crosby and into touch. And the crowd here getting quite excited.
Can I just say?
Come on, Christians!
Ball there being tapped back, but it goes one of Clements' players appearing to be offside, but the referee leaving it go, and Clements getting the scrum.
Sure, you know what you're talking about.
No. I don't do this for a living. Another big push.
Come on!
Come on, get down.
Christian's trying.
Christian's putting on a lot of pressure here after catching the out half. Must be a Christian scrum, yes. Christian scrum. There's a Clements player lying on the ground injured. He appears to be reasonably hurt, but again, this is the second time he's been down in this particular match, and it seems to be for the same injury, so. Quite a large crowd here after turning up for this match, especially since brother McLaren gave him the last class off from school. And, huh? 9-7.
What?
9-7. Christians now still needing those 2 points to go into the lead, and they have approximately 5 to 6 minutes left in this half, or in the whole match. Cannon, yeah.
Clements now playing for time.
5 minutes.
That's freezing. Numb. Quite a roar here. Christian's getting a big drive, a really big drive. The pack driving forward, almost over the line. And Christian's has scored. Yes, he's given the try, or has he? No, it's a penalty. He's given a penalty. Well, no, the question is, will Christians kick it or run it? It appears they're going to run it.
Run the ball, run the ball, run.
Some infringement, and Christians losing their initiative. They're still on the line, and they put him and give me to Clements. Apparently Russell Foley did not move the ball, or had the ball in his hands as he kicked it off. Christians with another huge drive.
Again foiled by a stupid ref. That's about all.
The wind here really howling down, and the excitement here is reaching fever pitch. Another big drive from Christians. They're holding the ball there. David Horgan holding the ball at the back of the scrum. Russell Foley taking it. Ball being messed around, and another scrum 5. Another Christian scrum, I think. Christians again getting the put in. And Clements here in all sorts of trouble.
Only Dermot Ryan can save him now.
Another push. Again, the ball being held at the back of the scrum by David Horgan, but this time it seems to be scrum's being collapsed. The ball being taken by David Horgan, and Tony Lawler hocking back. And another penalty be given. A penalty has been given. Now, question is, will they run it again or will they kick it? I think they're going to kick it. I have a feeling.
And they're going to kick it. They're going to kick the ball. Colin McCarthy here. Under a lot of pressure to get this kick. And only minutes left in the match. Everything resting here with Colin McCarthy. Jesus, if he misses. Fucking misses this.
Ken O'Reilly looking very downhearted.
Only minutes left here in this match. 9-2, 9-7 for Clements. All resting here on this penalty. It's good, and it's over! And Christians have gone into the lead, 10-9! Christians now 10-9 and on here to win the Bowen Shield. And Clements are looking, the match is not over yet, but the crowd here getting very excited. 10-9.
Really? James Carley loves Colin McCarthy.
Come on, Hogsy!
Fuck yes! Oh Jesus, that was shit.
My comments are needed.
That was shit, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you any idea there why the first penalty was disallowed? No, another questionable decision by the referee. And a great kick there, an outstanding kick, and it's into touch. Superb kick.
Up your heart! No?
Christian's delayed or something. Christian's here again, pointing on the pressure, hoping to put in another score. And only minutes remaining in the match now, only a top 3 to 4 minutes.
Come on, Ken!
How much left?
Kindly get out of the way of the camera. Come on, Soden.
And the ball there being Ken O'Reilly collecting the ball there, feeding it back. Alan Cogan on the bust. The referee having given the penalty before he'd seen the advantage coming. So Colin McCarthy again appearing as if he's going to kick this one. If he puts this one over, it could put the match very safe.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Game was won and lost and that kicked him into the league.
Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have liked to have been Colin. I was shitting brick standing here. Colin McCarthy now after a successful kick to put Christians into the lead. Coming up here to take a second kick. He's taken 2 penalties. He missed the conversion and he missed another penalty. So this will be his 6th attempt.
Do you know who David is?
No.
Do you know who David is?
No.
Sorry. Is it off?
Is he Sandy? Is he Sandy? I think I do. Is he Sandy here?
Shh. Colin McCarthy here taking out the kick. He's lining up, looking at the post. It's a good kick, but no, slightly right and
Slightly.
Because my prediction came true, huh?
He's over in half a leg. He's over in half a leg.
look. Many people are very envious of this team. After losing Shane Holland, their scrum half, and Kieran Coughlin, their second row. 2 players of high regard and high quality. Are still looking very strong, despite their losses.
Actually showed some improvement.
They appear to have missed their second row, Kieran Collins.
Line-out play is certainly improved.
No mistakes.
Clements winning that ball, but appearing to be a bit crooked, but the referee lets it go. Oh yes, and a great tackle there. Oh, Brendan Crotty, Diarmuid Ryan. Oh, and appears to be a little dangerous here.
Run it!
A ball there safely cleaned up, and Clements getting the put in. Barry O'Driscoll urging his fellow forwards on.
Come on, Christian!
Minutes left in this match now, and Christians are looking in a very strong position with this win. I guess.
Scrum against
Hedge. What's going wrong now? Someone is
Who's that? Ken. Ken O'Reilly down injured. He appears to be in some distress. The man in black, no in blue, Matty Foley. And here comes the magic bag, the magic water bottle.
A little water over the ankle here would solve.
Come on, hurry up and get home.
Ken O'Reilly. Ken here to be in some distress. Seems to be. David Horgan there, the captain, seeming rather pleased with himself with not letting the match, not waiting until the final whistle is blown. The magic water, and Ken is back on his feet. The real comic of the team. His jokes are of high quality, and he well known for his tricks and apparent other misdemeanors. A put in there, safely won by the Clements, but being challenged there, and a kick straight into touch, and all the way back. Ray O'Connell out there very fast in the half.
Joke of the year.
Ray, who is probably going to retire after this match. His rugby career, this may be his last rugby appearance for CBC.
Says he feels the pace.
Feels the pace of this, the pressure and the other things. Ken Walsh there with the ball. He's out to Brendan Crotty.
Oh,
Brendan here, they have the overlap. Roy McKnight on the break. And he's over, it's a try. Must be, this must settle the score. And the referee has disallowed the try. Another highly controversial decision. But and the referee again blowing the whistle.
Scrum to Christians.
Scrum to Christians, put into Christians. Russell Foley waiting. Back to Colin McCarthy, going for the drop goal. Yes, and it's safely there. Surely this now must settle the match. Christians now must have the Bowen shield, and I see several very disappointed first players. Ken O'Connell over there somewhere, looking very disappointed. Mr. Matty Foley below me here, walking past. He hasn't settled for the result. They're checking their watches. There can't be much left in this match now. The Christians crowd getting very excited here. They sense victory.
Are you going home straight after the match? Are you
Yeah,
going into
you're on the left.
No, I'm on the bicycle.
Yeah, the only man will be going to turn it up.
Are you going out tonight?
Work it out.
Call Johnny.
Try to fight to come up here, by.
Did you?
I thought it'd be okay bringing a jacket to
Good player. God, baby.
Christians back now on their own 22. Only seconds left. They must hold out. Try here could draw the match, and the conversion could win the match for Clements, so they can't relax just as yet. But they're looking very strong. And a safe catch there, but the ball being knocked on after it. But Christians on the drive, and the Clements player. And Christians getting a penalty. I think they're getting a penalty for offside. Colin here coming up. Probably kicked this one for touch. And a fine kick down the pitch. The Clements player slips, but the ball goes over the line and they touch it down for 22. And that's the end of the match. That's the end of the match. Christians have won the Bowen Shield.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations.
After the game, we paid a visit to the CBC dressing room and spoke to some of the stars of the day and got their views of the game.
Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Well, now tell me, David, how do you feel after winning this Bowen Shield?
Very lucky, but I'm very grateful for all the support we got from the school and from the players and the trainers.
It was very close there towards the end of the match. You must have been getting nervous, were you?
It was very close all through the match. Right from the very first minute, they were very good. They were much better than we had anticipated. Their forwards were great.
Overconfident going out on the pitch, were you?
No, but we were apprehensive about their forwards, alright, but we knew they hadn't much out in the backs, and we tried to exploit that best we could.
Would you like to go on now to win the Senior Cup or play in this year's Senior Cup?
This year's Senior Cup is a good bit away, and I don't know, but next year's Senior Cup definitely, we'll have our plans.
Well, let me speak here to Rio Keefe, the try scorer of the match now. A man of just on the team this year now for the first time and looking very good. Anything to say, right?
Well, I was delighted to get the chance to score the try. It was Ken Walsh who set it up really, like, and Russell Foley then let it back out. After he was tackled, left it out to me, and I just had the chance, so I kicked it over and fell in it.
Do you feel you had a good game besides the try? Do you feel you had a very good game?
I'd hope so, like. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Barry O'Driscoll here, the Ballincollig bomber.
Thank you, Kieran.
How do you feel, Bar? Yeah, you seem to be in a bit of trouble there in the front row for a while. You were in trouble in the scrums early in the first half.
There's really a lack of play. I haven't played in 3 weeks really, and I've suffered back injury and a bit of a cold, that kind of stuff, so I haven't played for a long time. But the first half, really the pack didn't play as a unit, but the second half we all got together and got the adrenaline going, and finally we overcame the challenge.
You were winning scrums there against the head near the end, and
yeah, the 8-man shove paid off really.
Well done, Bar. Great game. Well done. Russell Foley, leader of the backs, I believe, and
yes.
You did quite a good match, you feel?
Oh, we all played well. Everybody played well.
To move in there to scrum half after Shane Holland went off.
Yeah.
You felt a little uncomfortable there, did you?
Yeah, well, I haven't played it all year, and last time I played it was before Christmas last year, and it was tough. It was a strong pack.
So you were quite happy with the way you played in the end?
Yeah, but everybody played. Everybody played well.
Right. And now the hero of the moment, the man who put over the penalty and the drop goal in the dying minutes of the game to seal off the match. And
thank you, Kieran.
Shield. You're feeling very happy with yourself.
Very. It's a
how
great
does it feel to go up and take that kick?
Not too good actually. Kieran was a bit nervous, like, but doesn't matter when it goes over.
You feel very happy when that ball slipped through the post.
Just about. I thought everyone played very well though. In the second half, the backs played very well. They outshone the forwards actually. But everyone played well. The tackling in the first half wasn't too good, but the second half was great.
The ball must have been very hard to catch. The high balls there coming in with the wind.
The wind was a bit dodgy, right. It was a very heavy wind, like, it's a bit tough.
So, congratulations you all on a superb game, superb match, and hopefully you go on to win the Senior Cup next year.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
How do you feel now after winning the Bowen Shield?
Well, Kieran, we feel very happy, of course. It's been a big improvement on our performance over the year, and it's been a good achievement, and I'm very glad for all the players and the subs who trained so hard throughout the year.
Do you feel that you won well, or were you a little bit lucky to win the match at the end?
No, we weren't lucky. Any difficulties on the field for us were created by ourselves. We didn't play well, particularly in the first half. We made too many basic mistakes, but we made up for it in the second half, and you forget about the mistakes when you win.
You seem very happy, so...
Very happy indeed, and happy for all the guys on the team. That's enough now.